Hey, remember when we used to have a really nice set that we would film stuff on?
Well, we're here.
Hey, we found it.
It's
Dusting it off.
Yeah, no one's here because it's a big 4th of July holiday weekend, so we figured we'd blow the dust off the set and enjoy it. Hey, Elliot, I got a question for Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick Gregorio.
From Action Figure Therapy. Wait, no, Action Figures Comics.
I think it's called Doll Men.
Doll Men.
Doll Men?
The Men of Dolls.
Yes, Doll Men. Nick Gregorio from Doll Men. Nick, since it's the holiday, the best holiday,
America's holiday.
do you have any crazy 4th of July party moments or maybe just something that made you feel extra patriotic that you can recall?
I do. I went to a Phillies game with my uncle and my little cousins, one of which was my goddaughter, and it was the 4th of July fireworks display. And it was in, city of Philadelphia, city of brotherly love, the city of the
Birthplace of America.
Yeah.
They got that belt with the crack in it.
And I was very jaded and cynical. I was in college at the time, but when those red, white, and blue fireworks went off in a baseball stadium, I was like, America?
Hard to deny your patriotism when those colors are lighting up the skies.
But not running.
Yeah.
But not run.
They refuse to run.
Colors don't
They
run.
do not bleed.
Yeah, the colors, they believe that the body is a battery that will deplete itself if you exercise, so they don't run.
You have to be careful.
Elliot, how
guys?
about you? I know that you have your yearly tradition now with 4th of July is making sure that your dogs aren't having panic attacks.
Yeah, having dogs on 4th of July in a city like Los Angeles is tough because fireworks are illegal here. I don't know if they've ever been legal, but people find them quite easily, and they spend the entire month of July and August just using up their whole supply repeatedly.
I think that you're saying a little too much here. We have to clarify that fireworks in California are for medicinal use only.
Right. Yeah, you got to get
So you have to go to a...
You have to get recommended a firework.
I have
The
anxiety.
doctor has to give... Yeah, you know what you fight anxiety with? More anxiety.
Yeah. So, I mean, my dogs don't like it. It's fine.
Medicinal fireworks.
It is kind of annoying, though, being like the same neighbors coming out. It's like, I can't really put myself in their mindset being like, hey, we blew up 100 of these already. What would happen if we blew up a couple more?
Yeah.
In the middle of the street at like 11 p.m. on a weeknight. Turns out
it's already
pretty much
happening.
the same thing that happened last night.
And it's a recurring joke every year that you're going to see on Twitter, specifically in Los Angeles, where it's like, those gunshots or fireworks. It seems like the perfect time to get away with a crime.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect crime.
Yeah, perfect time for perfect
There's
crime.
some
It's like the
screenwriter watching this right now,
I think there was
trying to make it to a...
Yeah, after he gets done with the live-action Looney Tunes Batman crossover.
there was some urban legend about like murder taking place on a college campus during like the finals scream run. Or like everyone comes out during finals and screams to like relieve stress, and like so it's perfect time to kill.
Is that
people.
Urban Legend? The movie Urban Legend? Did they do that? feel
I don't know.
Seems like an R.L. Stein novel to me.
Those weren't novels. Those were
Scream Queen or something.
I read a lot of those R.L. Steins. 4th of July. I think the only time I've ever blacked out and then come out of the blackout without going to bed was on like 4th of July about 10 years ago. Like I just lost consciousness and regained consciousness 8 hours later.
Was it a shock to your system?
It was very shocking because like people were talking to me as if I was there the whole time. They're like, man, like I still can't believe you like did that thing. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. Cool.
You survived. Tell the time.
So yeah, that was.
See, I've had times where time hasn't happened. Like I snap to and I'm like, well, where did the last 2 hours go? Was it kind of like that?
Kind of, but like it was like the sun was out and it was 4 p.m, and then it was like 11 p.m. and the party was still going.
Yeah.
And I have no memory of those hours in between.
But Ricky, what you were saying, that's like when you know you've had fun. You're like, oh, that was 3 hours
Hopefully, yeah.
already?
No,
You're like,
that's not what I mean.
That's when the fear sets in. It's like, oh God, what did I do?
What just happened? Yeah.
Oh, I'm more
I
of
have
those
a
like,
problem.
oh, it's only been 3 hours.
Yeah.
Went by in a blink. I grew up on the East Coast, so on the East Coast, the 4th of July is a pretty big holiday because it's cold.
Not out here in the communist state of California.
I mean,
I grew up on the East Coast,
Southeast.
Florida.
but
You
I
grew
mean,
up on the west coast of the East Coast.
Oh, fuck,
so
you're right.
there's 3 major summer events or holidays that are celebrated pretty heavily in the Northeast. And
Canada
that's
Day.
Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
So because the winters are cold, so you want to really celebrate and enjoy summer, and it's a lot of big partying and everyone goes to the beach and has a great time. Moving out here, though, I was kind of shocked at how like not a big holiday 4th of July is, because everyone's like, it's always beautiful.
Because we have Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. But Cinco de Mayo is not even that big of a holiday.
Yeah.
It's for white people, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mexicans don't even celebrate it.
We have all the drinking holidays. See, 4th of July, once you hit that age, or a little before, is just it's just a drinking holiday.
Yeah.
I think we went to the same party, I think, last year up at our friend's place. You were there. It's hard to remember.
Yeah, it's weird.
We were at the party together. What's
Maybe.
your names? Mike Divas?
Oh, yeah, I went to that afterwards, yeah.
I did not go to that.
Me, you, Phil, like the whole Machinima squad was over at Mike Diva's 4th of July party.
Yeah. There was, I went to like 2 or 3 that day.
Yeah, I don't remember what I did.
But yeah, the fireworks, you can't really get them here, and I'm not one to break the law.
No.
So I don't go out and find them illegally, nor would I know how to. I know that there are stands if you drive like way up north.
Yeah, they're legal out in like Riverside, I think. So a lot of people like go out there and they'll buy like $1,000 worth and then sell them to their friends.
Yeah.
You can go like east too, right?
Yeah.
I've seen on the way to Vegas. I've seen.
See, my dad used to have like people would show up at his work and be like, "Hey, I got quarter sticks of dynamite. Anybody want to buy them?" And blow chunks out of the street.
Like those, I don't understand because they're not even fireworks; they're just small explosives.
Yeah, but it's
Fireworks
loud.
are
That's
just
that's
small
what. Yeah.
explosives.
What are you playing with? Snakes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sparklers?
black
Skadons?
cats.
Yeah.
That was a big thing in South Philadelphia, kind of before my time. They would make their own bombs.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. They would make their own like bombs around like New Year's Eve, and they would shoot guns off and
Yeah,
Woo!
freedom.
Yeah.
And the rockets, red Blair.
Red Blair.
Isn't that what they say?
Red glare.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you guys ever take like the bottle rockets and rip the sticks off of them so they would just go all over the place? Yeah,
Yeah.
real painful. We used to
Or
chase
like
after
the
each other with the Roman candles. Yeah,
Yeah,
fun
I've had a
stuff.
Roman
Yeah, you can
candle
have fights
fight.
with those. It's
Yeah.
perfectly safe.
Or
Just
the
don't get
bottle
in your
rocket
eyes.
that's like
Oh, you used to throw them too. You light them and hold it by the
it's
stick,
like,
and then
I
just,
guess it's not, and then you're like, oh god,
Yeah,
Wait,
oh,
and
close
it's,
to it.
it's coming. It's coming.
We should get some fireworks.
Yeah, we should shoot fireworks off in the studio.
Yeah,
One time
They wouldn't let us smoke cigars in here, so let's just go way past that.
Yeah,
I might have been before you guys moved into the building. We had a smoke grenade from like an army surplus
Like an
store.
actual. What?
yeah, there's one
like-
right up the street.
Wait, you can
like-
buy real smoke
You
grenades?
can, no, like real smoke
As a
grenades.
civilian?
And they work
What?
just like they do in a video game.
What?
Like they billow.
How is that legal?
That's what we thought.
You could
It's
really
just
like
smoke.
You could really
So-
cause some trouble with that shit, though.
We were all like, do these work? Don't they work? And we were all hanging out here late drinking. Larigo was present, a few other people. We pulled
Hey.
it and threw it in the middle of the street, and that thing created so much cloud. It
That's what
was
I'm
like
saying. It's designed to fill
it's
like a building with
insane.
smoke.
I think the fire department might have came. We also shut the
probably.
door and hid. But yeah, breaking the law.
I didn't know. Can you
Breaking
buy
the law.
flashbangs too? Is
No.
anything legal?
You can buy like high grade smoke fireworks at the fireworks store. Not here in Florida, you could, and they were like crazy. They would go off for so long.
I mean, I can see buying like smoke grenades for like going on hikes into the wilderness, like if you need rescue or something.
Yeah.
But that's about the only purpose I,
think
can
there's-
see it being useful.
there's
The
still
best
a smoke
flare is
grenade
lighting the hill on fire.
Yeah.
It's the best flare.
We saved you, but you destroyed 100
Yeah.
acres of.
Yeah.
There is a smoke grenade in the wardrobe room still. I'm pretty sure one of those smoke grenades.
Really? You have an actual smoke grenade among a bunch of props? Just
Yes.
Hey, look! What would happen if I pulled the pin out of this one?
I
This
didn't
couldn't
buy-
possibly be real.
I did not buy them. People were like, I wonder if this works. And we tossed it.
You're
and it was
complicit in the crime.
Yeah. What is the crime?
Hey,
though?
Nick knew that was there the whole time.
Yeah.
Get him.
Oh well.
So celebrate the holiday.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah, and
responsibly.
if you don't drink Budweiser, you don't love American because
true.
it's called America, the beer.
You don't love American.
Remember
We
that-
got the one with the
camo.
camouflage on it. It's you have to be
Camo-colored.
you have to be a veteran of combat in
Yeah.
order to drink it. Otherwise,
Hey man, why don't you grab a beer? I'm drinking one right now.
Yeah.
Funny joke. Anyways, the beers are over there in the cooler. No, actually, I have one in my hand.
No,
No,
okay,
seriously,
buddy.
this cooler's just filled with ice.
You can
I don't
stop
think- Look
gaslighting me.
closer.
Yeah, I mean, look, John Cena, even though he didn't serve, he can drink the camouflage beer because he needs to remain
And
unseen.
Yeah,
Josh
you would never
Duhamel,
notice it.
John Cena, Josh Duhamel, they
Yeah.
they really like soldiers a lot.
Well, have a good holiday. That's it for the pot. No, I'm kidding. Elliot, do we have some Twitter questions from the Twitter?
Are we live?
Yeah, a lot of like
no.
dumbass questions. I don't even know why I bother asking our dumbass audience to contribute anything.
I asked
They're
the
so ungrateful. They just shit post back at me.
Yeah, we asked the Discord.
Talk about Shrek 5.
Discord. That was just a bad idea.
Yeah, the Discord.
Talk
Oh my
about
god.
Discord was just a bunch of memes after we asked.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about this dick?
All right. Here's one that we might be able
Give
to
him
talk
Moose and
about
Muffin.
briefly. Dexter Martin says, which new tech or app you're excited or not excited for?
I haven't checked. I haven't like downloaded a hot new app in a while. Have you?
No,
like, I'm
not
just stick to
Mario
my.
Run.
Everyone downloaded that Face app, which was just like Chinese
Oh.
data mining.
Yeah, face app.
I did not.
Get tricked.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I look old. Cool, we have all of your information now.
The Chinese government thanks you.
I guess I'm excited for the iMac Pro.
I might be a fucking rich dick and buy that thing.
I'm very. If it's
First off, it would take a huge chunk off my tax debt for
there
next
you
year.
go. And it's
That would be
also it's a powerhouse, and
Yeah.
there hasn't been a computer built. It's a 5K screen with a super processor in it, and it's all microprocessors. So
Yeah,
that's
it's a fucking beast.
it's a beast.
I understand the general anti-Apple sentiment among like PC purists, but like this is one of the coolest things they've ever made. It's
Yes,
just like,
this
yeah,
is-
fuck it. Let's just make this thing way more powerful
Well,
than
then-
any person
But you
needs.
couldn't. You couldn't buy a comparable PC.
Not a
you
5K
could,
screen.
but
Who
like,
the fuck cares about 5K?
I'm just
screen?
saying you can't buy a comparable PC for that one reason. Like
Well, yeah, but who cares about that?
the 5K screen's awesome. I saw when the last gen they made
have
like a
them upstairs.
4K one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
breathtaking.
beautiful. Yeah, it's really nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and everyone fucking watches your shit on like 360p YouTube.
Nah,
Yeah.
I let it buffer.
Oh,
I did try to watch.
The great thing about those high res things though is like the UI in any app is like
Oh,
you can
so-
fit so
so-
much on there.
so tiny.
Yeah, it's you need gunner optics in order to properly utilize it because the text is so small.
I did get to see someone shot with the red helium 8K camera.
Does
and
it float?
They uploaded I don't know what they call it. That I think
It's
it was
lighter
made
than
of
air.
like really light carbon fiber
Yeah.
camera.
Okay.
I'm sorry if this is too nerdy, but they shot in Brazil, I believe, in the rainforest with this camera. It looked beautiful.
with what's left of the rainforest.
Yeah, there was a monkey in it. That was neat.
Oh,
Cool.
But it looks great, but the 8K wouldn't load on. It just took forever. It wouldn't stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I could see of it, it looked beautiful, and the future is now.
Yeah.
Not interested.
I'm kind of stoked / scared for AMD's GPUs to start rolling out. The first one was supposed to come out this week and it got delayed. And people, you take a grain of news and you freak the fuck out about it.
Yeah.
This one wasn't even designed for like gaming or like video editing or anything like that. It was for like data management and like Bitcoin mining. and
Yeah,
shit.
Bitcoin mining.
Like it's not practical. So people are freaking out like, oh, the AMD is not, it's not actually the great hope of PCing.
See, I'm trying to save up to buy a gaming PC. A new gaming PC. I have one, but it's like 5 years old, so it just doesn't run fucking anything anymore.
Yeah, well, the way around that is only play old games. That's what I
Yeah, but right now I'm using my girlfriend's gaming PC because
The
she's
3 years
gotten
old?
into reading instead of playing games, which is like great for
What
her.
a nerd.
What a
Great for
pasty.
me.
What are you living in the past, pasty?
Yeah, and so I've been playing games on that, and like playing games on that, I'm like, yeah, fuck, it's totally worth it to buy a nice PC because
Yeah.
everything runs fucking perfectly. So I'm saving up to get one now. My budget's around $1,500. I think I'm gonna save up that much and get one because I get something pretty good for that
Yeah,
price.
I'm aiming
you
for
can
like
walk to Fry's. We
1,300.
can drive over to Fry's and we could build you a gaming PC. That would be pretty fucking tits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
for
I,
like 1,500, yeah.
I have
Yeah.
a bookmark tab with like
the parts of
Component
all the
picker, yeah.
research, like all the different like builds I've been looking at, and yeah, my target's like between 1,250 and 1,500, and like pretty fucking. I don't know. I've never
You can
built
do a
it.
lot. You can do a lot.
I've never
You can
built
do a
one
lot.
before.
Yeah, you can really do a
and
lot.
I'll probably fuck up a lot of parts of it.
Yeah, well, just
Dude,
give it to
it's
Jack.
really it's not very difficult at all, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just,
it's
Like I don't know. It's just like I've done.
Here's what you do. I'll bring in when I buy my new one. I'll bring in my old one.
Yeah.
because it's all the same shit. It's just
take
not
it
as
apart,
powerful.
put it
Just
back together.
take it apart, put it back together. Take it apart, put it back together, and you'll learn like that.
I
just wouldn't trust myself
Yeah.
to not fuck something up on something that's that expensive.
you need like a static cling surface. That's the biggest.
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
want to. You don't want
Yeah,
to.
you'll fuck everything up in here.
Yeah.
yeah, this room is very
But you
static
can buy
heavy.
like a really nice CPU, motherboard, 2 dope graphics cards.
Well, the thing is the not the processors, but the graphics cards or whatever right now, you can't buy because everyone's buying them for cryptocurrency mining.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a shortage of graphics cards because of cryptocurrency mining. People are buying, they buy like 10 at a time. And they just mine bitcoins and shit.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
I don't fucking know.
I have tried to
That's
understand
crazy.
cryptocurrency so many times. I've gone down internet rabbit holes, and I'm still just like, but like, what? How does it have value? Like, so the little that I do
when
know,
do you
it's
cash
like
out of your bitcoins and your cryptocurrency? Like who do you go to?
The money is mined by like completing complex mathematical equations. I don't fucking get it, but there is a finite amount of Bitcoin. I think it's like 21 million Bitcoins. Like that's the most that can ever exist.
That's why the value keeps
So that's
going
why
up?
they're mining them now. But I don't fucking get it. I don't understand.
We're putting the miners back to work.
Yeah, maybe that's
Yeah.
what Trump meant. I don't get that. Because doesn't someone need to give you like real money for the Bitcoins eventually? And who gives you that?
value.
It only has value because of exchange to real
And
money.
because of the scarcity of the Bitcoin.
Yeah, the value is defined by availability and scarcity and all these other factors.
We should
Scarce?
never live in
Where'd
a
he
world.
go?
Hey,
we should
guys,
never live
he's
in a
behind the
world
tree.
where that is a thing.
Yeah.
Where you can mine fake money. Money's already fake enough. We had to make even faker money.
Yeah. Our money's not backed by gold. We're going to bring back the gold standard.
Yeah.
Ron Paul 2058.
Hey guys, we're going to take a little break here before we get into the second half of the podcast. We have to say thanks to this week's sponsoring advertiser, Blue Apron.
Blue is one of my 3 favorite colors.
Oh, good.
You know what the other 2 are?
Red and green?
No, red and white.
Bro? Oh.
Represent.
I thought you were doing like RGB. Anyways, Blue Apron. They ship you a weekly box filled with all the fresh, locally sourced ingredients you'll need to make 3 truly delicious meals at home. They make incredible home cooking easy and accessible by delivering seasonal recipes with easy instructions and pre-portioned ingredients right to your door, all for less than $10 per meal.
It's summertime, guys, so that means delicious summer meals. Like these ones from Blue Apron in July. Seared chicken and creamy pasta salad with summer squash and sweet peppers. Creamy shrimp rolls with quick pickles and sweet potato wedges. Fresh basil fettuccine pasta with sweet corn and cubanella pepper. And chili butter steaks with Parmesan potatoes and spinach.
All the ones I've gotten recently are fantastic.
My mouth's watering.
Blue Apron's recipes are always super eclectic, and they'll have you cooking stuff you never thought you could or never knew existed. And there's so much variety that you'll never get the same recipe twice in an entire year. Now for you, our viewers, Blue Apron is offering your first 3 meals for free with free shipping. Just go to blueapron.com/ask. That's ASK.
Head over there, check out this week's menu. You're gonna love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait. Again, that is blueapron.com/ask. ASK. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. And now back to the podcast.
We should use salt. Salt's good.
Yeah, we should back our money with
Goats.
salt.
Salt and goats.
God knows there's enough salt to go around these days.
Yeah, Utah'd be doing great. Let's see. Yeah, no one's really got any good. Oh yeah, I'd like Nick to talk about this. What do you think about the standalone Batman movie going detective noir, less action?
Yeah, Reeves, the director, said that he was going to.
That means he's going to get fired 3 weeks
it's
away
not
from
gonna
the end of the
happen.
production.
Wait a second.
Wait, we thought you were making a Batman movie, not a detective movie.
Cooper told me that news. Cooper works on action figures with me and Phil, and we were kind of ecstatic because we talk about how we love a street level detective Batman because it's a really neat version of the character. It makes sense. The stakes are high. Batman can be killed by your average thug. He's not fighting space monsters.
Yeah.
How do you do it with Ben Affleck? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, I really don't, because now they're setting up.
Dust for Prince.
We're going to have 2 Justice League movies where he's going to be fighting space monsters in robot armor. And then, like, the first standalone Batman movie is going to be him in, like, a cloth suit detecting fingerprints and shit. Like, what? They're going to be like, wow, what happened?
I'm just your typical gumshoe out on the beat.
Yeah. But, you know, I mean, have you guys read The Long Halloween? Batman Dark
I've looked at
Victory?
it.
Even, like,
I've flipped
Hush.
through it.
I've seen the cover.
The earlier Batman, the Jim Aparo, Neil Adams Batman, that's what I hope they do. That would be really exciting to get that spin on the character where he's much more grounded.
Yeah, groundedness, like, Logan definitely showed me
Yeah.
that these characters benefit from stories that are self-contained and
Smaller.
small and on the human level.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it would be cool to see Batman just like solving a crime.
I don't think it's going to be Ben Affleck. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to do the 2 Justice League.
You think he's going to
movies.
drop out?
I don't think he's going to play Batman in a standalone Batman. I just have a hunch. I think there's too many.
You think they would replace Bruce Wayne, or they'd do some like weird Nightwing get promoted?
No, he would just be a younger. They would do a younger Batman.
Oh,
But,
that'd be cool actually.
Because right now you're saying that he is
Casey Affleck.
Yeah,
Casey
there you
Affleck.
go. Or me, maybe me. The dark. So right now you're saying
You're the same
dark,
age as Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I hate you. Right now they're saying he's like the Dark Knight jaded old Batman from The Dark Knight Returns. And Superman showed him like what it was to be a hero again. So now he's getting the Justice League together. So this is a Batman at the end of his career. Mm-hmm. You can't fight Darkseid and an ominous like alien threat and then be like, I'm gonna go see if, I don't know, maybe Catwoman stole some jewels. Right? You can't kind of go back after. I think they have to kind of reboot it again. Not reboot it, just being like this takes place before those.
What a mess of a franchise. Such a shame.
And it didn't have to be.
Such a shame.
It didn't have to be.
Yeah, no.
They wanted to launch that a Justice League movie. That was before the Nolan trilogy came out. Yeah. They wanted to launch the DC Cinematic Universe with a Justice League movie. And the fans were always like, what?
Yeah, it was going to be George Miller.
George Miller was going to do this.
He worked on it for like a decade.
I mean, that movie was cast. Like, they had Armie Hammer, I think, was playing Batman. Yeah. They had...
what a shit name.
Armie Hammer.
Yeah. You know, he's like the grandson of Armand Hammer, the founder of Arm & Hammer.
Yeah, I know, but I get it.
Yeah. Like, they had that they had that bad boy ready to roll. I think VFX at the time weren't quite there. The idea of coming out of the gate with a bunch of characters that no one really knew or had seen in live action was scary. Then they ended up doing Green Lantern and Batman Begins, like Batman Begins, then Green Lantern, Dark Knight and Green Lantern. Green Lantern was terrible.
I can't believe those 2 movies came out so close together. That's like
it's
just
insane.
so fucking jarring.
Green
One
Lantern
has aged beautifully. One didn't look like it aged beautifully even when it came out.
Well, it aged in the form of Deadpool existing.
Yeah, it did add a lot to Deadpool.
Yeah.
The opening credits of Deadpool, yeah. Got a nice gag in there.
Someone on Twitter asked, do you have anything that you still maintain in life that is holds sentimental value, that you would be destroyed if you lost? Or
the man literally plays with dolls. I mean,
yeah,
probably my comic book collection.
Yeah,
that. I mean, I was a big pro wrestling fan. I have like a comic book and pro wrestling kind of memorabilia collection at home. My mom's always like, I'm gonna throw that out. I'm like, don't you dare. I have a Wizard Magazine. Wizard Magazine very much shaped my sense of humor.
Yeah.
And like my sense of storytelling.
Same.
I have a whole collection of it still.
I loved Wizard.
Speaking of dolls, did you ever read Toy Fair when you were growing up? That shit was fucking
Toy Fair
hilarious.
Was the shit. It was the best.
It was so hard to find too. At least in my town, you had to go. You had either had to subscribe to it or like I forget what the bookstore was called back then. I think it was like Wonders Books or something like that. You had to go to the mall and go to that one bookstore to get Walden's Books, I think it was.
Oh yeah,
and you would have to go there to get Toy Fair, and it was so funny. I just loved that they would put like the little blurbs. It was like pre Robot Chicken.
Yeah,
the guys from Robot Chicken are from Toy Fair.
Oh really?
Oh,
that makes a lot of sense.
Twisted Mego Theater.
Wizard had a like section in every issue that was
Twisted Mego Theater, and that's where they did like
great.
They would have like, so the Mego is like the 10 to 12 inch scale dolls. They're like super dolls, and I actually have Mego Robin from my uncle. All tattered up and old, but they used to make
not
them
anymore. I stole it. Are you crushed?
Spider-Man. You know, all the Spider-Man memes come from that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because Spider-Man was a dick. He was like the Bugs Bunny of the Twisted Mego Theater. And then like the meme spun with the old like Spider-Man doing like scratching his head and the old 60s cartoon stuff. So yeah, that Wizard Magazine collection, I still go home and I still read them, and I'm like,
I wish I had saved mine.
You could probably order the back issues of them. They might print them still.
I don't know. Wizard, I don't know what happened with them, but they took, at one point, a friend of mine, Whitney Moore, was like working at Wizard.
Hey, she's my friend too.
Hey, she's my friend too.
She's a friend of you guys.
Back off.
She was working at like the tail end. Even Chloe, I think, was working the tail end of Wizard Magazine.
They're just like a convention, like event company now, right?
Wizard World Philadelphia.
Jack
that used
Conway
to be,
was working there.
Yeah, he did work there for a bit.
Yeah. They hired a lot of very enthusiastic people before completely abandoning their original purpose.
One last go. For me, I get overly attached to like anything, and it's so hard to fucking throw away. But I found that once I do just get rid of something, I don't give a shit about it after like a day. But yeah, like I save. I have like this. Two of the oldest things that I carry with me every day for no fucking reason. Every day I carry with them because I put them. Even when I bought a new backpack, I'm like, all right, I'll put these in there because it's like it's almost like a weird good luck thing. Oh man, like years and years ago, before I ever started working and doing YouTube, we got a king cake for what is it, Fat Tuesday?
Oh,
Yeah,
with the babies in it?
Jesus
And I
thing?
got the baby, and it was the first time I had ever had king cake. And so I have that baby. It's been like 7 or 8 years, and I still have it in my backpack because it's like my life has been generally better since I found that baby.
Oh,
I was at a very
source of
low
your
point.
power,
I was sleeping
huh?
on a couch in Hollywood, and it was like I need a fucking job, blah blah blah. Everything's doing great now. And then the other thing I keep is, and it's you can't even barely read it anymore, is I went to go see Pendulum before they broke up, and this is 2010, and it was when I saw an adorable doggo, and I was like, hey, go, what a cute dog. And
kept that dog's paw.
and the
Snap
dog like came up to me and like gave me a hug, as they do. And then behind it were 2 police officers. This was in London.
Oh.
And they were like,
Yeah.
the dog has indicated that you might have some sort of narcotics on you. Could you please join us over here in the
whoops-a-daisy.
police thing? So they had like a portable police station there. And they put me in there. They made me get completely naked.
No way.
Yeah, completely naked. Completely naked head to toe. And they made me bend over and spread my ass
Jesus.
cheeks.
No.
Yep. They didn't do a cavity search, but they made me bend over and spread my ass cheeks and hold my balls up. And it was a very funny situation because I didn't have anything on me, so I was fine. But I went and I was sitting and I was looking around at the other people in the room. And there's like the saddest thing I'll never forget is there was a man who was easily 55 years old, just an old burnout hippie. And you could just tell he was like probably the nicest guy ever. And he's just sitting there and he has the smallest bag of the worst shit weed I've ever seen in my entire life. And he's just like, So anyways, I have
my God.
still with me somewhere. I have the printed out police report of them when they like gave me a almost cavity search at a music festival.
Fully nude? They couldn't just...
No, I had to strip completely naked. It was a very...
Was it a music festival?
Yeah, they had a private police separate like mobile station.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, but it's with anything, like I'll be going through shit to make room in the apartment. I'm like, man, I guess I could throw that away, but like it's kind of like a part of me, you know, like I've had it
that's
for a
awesome.
while, and
Yeah.
anything like that though, it's really weird. Aside from like games and stupid shit, like I don't give a shit about that. But like, yeah, my girlfriend like tries to throw away this Totoro thing like every time we're throwing away stuff. I'm like, but like
What,
it
a
looks so,
Totoro what?
it looks so sad. It's a big plush.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, it just look like it's so cute. Why would you throw that away? She's like, well, we need room. Like, I don't want it. I'm like, but look at it. It's fucking cute. Like, and I always say like, just give it to someone's kid. And they're like, okay, we'll do that. And then we just never do.
Oh.
Yeah, I really don't have
You want
trouble parting
No.
ways with anything.
Yeah,
I'm
just
not a
burn it.
collector.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I have one little like fucking box of like, fucking notes in high school because we didn't have fucking phones yet, so you just pass notes and stuff. I have just like a box full of that shit. I'm sure it's all cringy as fuck, but I'm like, I should hold on to that so I can look at it in like 30 years and like
You never will.
have a laugh. Yeah, I
You
won't,
will.
but it's
No,
like
you will.
it's a box like this big. I'm like,
No.
yeah, whatever. I'll hold on to it. But yeah, other than that, I don't collect shit. Like no, like even stickers that people give me. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna put a sticker on?
No
I
one's
don't-
gonna... Stickers need
I
to
don't
stop.
customize
Like,
anything.
My daughter, yeah,
Put it
she
at,
plays
go down to
with
Wahoo's
stickers.
Fish Taco and put it on the wall.
Like, I mean, like the only collectibles I have are just like free shit I've gotten from like loot crates and conventions. It's all here at work. None of it's at my house.
Yeah,
I won't allow it. My
I've got-
girlfriend has a few fucking Funkos,
yeah.
but
Okay.
that's about it.
We've pretty much, as I get older, it becomes easier because I've pretty much brought it down to almost zero clutter. But it's like, yeah, I'll just like go through. I'll get the thing where I'm just gonna hold my breath and throw shit away.
Yeah.
It's like I do the same thing with like clothes. I have so
I can
many
do it with
fucking
clothes.
shirts, and it's like it
Yeah.
takes me so long to be like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go bag these up and put them in one of the and never go to Goodwill because they're just gonna sell it to someone else.
Yeah.
I always go to the like the donation like boxes where it goes to actual people in need.
Yeah.
So
I drop them off at the box.
there's plenty of old Machinima shirts that I've actually fucking seen homeless people wearing machinima shirts.
God bless.
On the bus, downtown, everywhere.
Use out of them.
Yeah.
I have like an antique camera collection. And when I first moved out here, my dad got me like an antique Polaroid. So that's kind of...
So you don't collect anything like that? Like you don't have a camera collection?
I have 2 cameras from the 70s. I have a AE1 and I don't even remember. I have a Canon and a Nikon.
Oh, wow.
I was shooting on them for a while, but it's so fucking hard to get film developed anymore. Like,
but no, it is. There's been a big like turnaround.
Yeah, you still gotta like mail it out, and like it's expensive. I don't know. I have like a roll of film somewhere. I think it might be in the back of my car from like the last roll I shot was during Occupy LA.
Whoa.
I just shot a bunch of like shots of like rows of riot police on like the last night before they broke it up. I should probably get those developed.
You could have won the Pulitzer, dog.
Nah. I mean, I was shooting on like 400 ISO film at night. It's probably very grainy.
I went down to the
Just say it was intentional.
I went down there and checked it out, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool. Let's go see let's see what's going on down here. Like, this is a cool like movement. I'll go check this out." And I went down there, and when I left, I was like, "This is bullshit. This sucks."
No
it was
one
just
there.
a bunch of like hippies hanging out. Like, I saw a lot of people on drugs. Though the thing that like turned me out the most is there's this girl who was just obviously tripping balls, looking at a pair of scissors, just going like this.
Well, yeah, and it's like, no shit, the whole Occupy movement had no actual goals or ideology behind it. It was just like,
it was a camp
essentially just like, we're mad that Wall Street fucked up the economy, and that's about our only unifying thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, when I was out there, it was like, there was clearly like groups of people out there who are probably the same like Antifa people you see now who just like on principle hate the police. So they just showed up so they could yell at the police and like feel good about themselves. And then also like a lot of like drug addicts and shit, and presumably a few people who weren't very loud who had actual like conviction about the whole thing. But it was very disillusioning.
There was a couple people that
this.
like had they went down there and they like set up little stands and they had information to hand out and like ways that you could actually help and contribute and blah blah blah. And then the rest, it was just like a camp out, like a weird like Burning Man camp out.
I believe that you change it from the inside. You change it as becoming part of the process instead of bucking a system that's in place.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Unless you really, unless you want to use violence, that's the only way you can really do it. Like, and I'm not advocating that, but that's how. If you want to buck a system, you gotta be willing to kill for that.
Well, I think like if you have clear fucking goals, you can organize and voice those and be effective with it. But
that to me, that's like in the system. Like you're organizing, and you're doing it in a structured way that there's value, and you could say, look, this many people believe in this, and we're going to keep showing up just to like be out there and banging drums and hacky sack and doing drugs.
There's
and
a
shit.
whole history behind this that I wish someone would make like a documentary about it. But it's like basically American activism is so fucked because in the 60s and 70s, the FBI infiltrated every major activist group and destroyed it from within. And then also places like Kent State just murdered protesters and just destroyed an entire generation of like peaceful, nonviolent, like opposition to things the government did. Like all the fucking major activist leaders of the 60s, especially among like black people, were murdered or sent to prison on like shady, very kind of trumped up charges. It's just like it ruined activism, and now like the only people left over are just like, I just kind of fucking hate the police and I want to go yell at them and like, throw rocks. It sucks because you go over to like Europe and like protesting is a part of their fucking culture, and like strikes and stuff like that. They never had the like government infiltration in those movements, so like they're still very effective because they're well organized. And like they have a hierarchy and they fucking work.
And they're not very peaceful. I mean, Europeans are extremely physically aggressive in different ways. Yeah, and I would say government workers and unions are like neck and neck. It's not like the government's like this and there's a union here.
Well, the current French government was founded by an extremely violent revolution.
Yeah,
it's like in their fucking blood.
And we're not talking about something that's like 1,000 years old or even 500 years old. I mean, the last guillotine execution was the 60s or something.
70s.
It was same year as Star Wars, and it was only because the guy specifically requested it.
But still, that's. Like it's not too far removed from a time when they eliminated their entire ruling class with that. So we tend to think that and I hate to say that, but like peaceful protest doesn't really work in that regard because it just turns into a hang sesh.
Yep.
A march is
Well,
pretty
unless
much
you
like
have
a
like
neat
Martin
hang
Luther
set.
King or Malcolm X,
But
like
that's a
leading the
different
way
time.
and
Yeah.
being charismatic and helpful about the whole thing.
But they were also breaking rules that no one imagined would ever happen. Bringing people together and marching on areas that no one ever expected. Now it's like, hey, want to go march on downtown? I think it's gonna be pretty chill. I made a sign.
Yeah,
How about you?
Donald Trump's sitting in the White House going like, "Oh, cool! Look at their pink hats."
Yeah, I mean, I do like the DC stuff because it's got a sting a little bit for.
Oh,
them.
yeah.
No, there's something there.
Especially when like more people show up to a DC protest than showed up to like the inauguration.
By like
That's always fun.
tenfold.
Yeah. But, you're right.
Yeah. So speaking of patriotism, happy 4th of July, everybody!
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on this.
Don't
very
burn any
special-
flags.
No, don't burn any flags.
Don't tread on Sneck.
Yeah.
Be
Don't
happy you
step
live
on
in
the
this
flag.
country, honestly, because you can do things. You could say what we're saying right now.
Yeah.
Without
It
censorship.
ain't perfect, but it
But
ain't.
never
Damn it,
was.
it's home.
Yeah.
And that's Dwight D. America's take on all of it. Don't tread
Freedom
on
to love
Sneck.
America, the freedom to hate America. It's
Yeah.
all freedom.
And freedom's not
And-
free.
And freedom isn't free.
So thank your
And,
no, don't thank your congressman.
And
Thank
bald eagles are fucking assholes.
Thank an old war
know,
veteran.
The thing is, democracy is messy. A
Yeah.
dictatorship is not. Dictatorship is really clean cut. You know exactly
Right.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
A democracy is like, let's give everyone a voice, and this is what happens when you give everyone a
Yeah,
voice.
it's like when your parents are on the verge of divorce and they're fighting about everything. They're fighting over your future, but they're locked in there until you're 18 because they don't want it to like really affect you.
Yeah.
It's like that for the entire history of a country.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
except you have hundreds of parents.
Yeah, and everyone has a different opinion.
And the country's never 18 years old, perpetually 16. Well, we only have
God.
2 years. If we can put up with each other for 2 more
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
we'll be in the clear.
And I think that's what people like tend to forget. It's like, yeah, it's much easier to live in an autocracy or a dictatorship, but the only problem is you got to be on the good side of that, or you're fucked. You know?
Yeah.
You're grinded under the machine.
So go light off some fireworks
Yeah.
and have a good.
Go watch a baseball game.
have a
Enjoy
good
a day
holiday.
at the
America's
beach.
pastime.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.